Okay, everyone. It is evening on June 10th, 2025. I just finished one video. I'm doing another one right now. First off, I want to say thank you to the new subscribers, and I appreciate all the comments. And as always, please feel free to disagree with me, fact check me, see what I've got wrong, tell me what you think I don't understand. I don't want to live in an echo chamber. I don't believe in it. So, I want to talk a little bit about the LA riots. By the time you see this video will probably come out on Thursday morning. Uh, Something may have changed so that may have an impact on the validity of what I'm saying, I guess. But either way, as of now, a couple of points I want to make. First point I want to make is that the most any of these riots have attracted has been about 5,000 people. Now that's certainly a significant number of people, but the Los Angeles County has 5 million Hispanic Americans in it. That's not including whites, blacks, Asians. Put that together, it's like 8 or 9 million or something like that. It's a huge, one of the biggest counties in America in terms of population. Um, that would mean that at most, if you assumed 100% of the rioters were Hispanic, which they clearly are not, you can see on the video there's a lot of white people, there's black people, there's different races. Um, but at most, that would mean 1% were showing up. So let's not pretend that these are more popular than they are. And we do have some polling out. The polling is showing that Trump's use of National Guard is generally positive. One poll I saw had it at +9. The opinion of the rioters is underwater by about 20 points. I'm sorry now that I'm saying that. I think I should have written down the names of the polls. I apologize for that. I'll try to do that next time. I just wrote down the numbers. Um, so overall, the rioters are very unpopular. The president's decision to deploy the National Guard is fairly popular. It should be noted that the deputization of the National Guard under federal law allows them to protect federal property only. There's a lot of inflammatory statements being made about the National Guardsmen and what they're doing there. They are limited only to protection of federal facilities in Los Angeles County. So let's be very clear on that. A lot of the scuffling you've been seeing between the rioters and the law enforcement has been with LAPD and California Highway Patrol. You may have seen the pictures, the videos of the police vehicles, and they're stuck on the freeway and they're just getting pelted with rocks and bricks, just getting shattered and tore up. One of them's been lit on fire. Those are California Highway Patrol vehicles. Those are under the jurisdiction of the state of California, and in the case of LAPD, city of Los Angeles. So in this case, these are California residents tearing up their own law enforcement infrastructure. Uh, Another number to keep in mind is the city of Los Angeles has about a $1 billion budget shortfall. I have no idea what they are spending in overtime right now for police, fire, for cleanup, for graffiti removal, things like that. But I am sure that number is getting very big very quickly. And that is definitely going to make that budget shortfall worse. And I would also point out that although I have no idea what the numbers are, there are definitely people who are canceling their trips to LA. Maybe they had a business trip, maybe they were going to visit a friend, maybe it was a vacation. It was summertime, which means Los Angeles County is and the city of Los Angeles is missing out on tourism revenue because of this. How much? Don't know. But that number is certainly going to be getting bigger, and that is less and less money for LA. We've seen a number of stores get looted, including a sushi shop. I guess tearing up this sushi shop is for justice or something. An Apple store was looted, and everything was ripped out of there. I saw 7-Eleven got smashed and looted. The owner tried his best to fight him off, but they got overwhelmed. Or maybe it's the manager. I think it was the owner. But the couple of things to keep in mind. One, Immigration and Customs Enforcement is executing the duties that have been mandated to them by Congress. Two, the level of deportations under Trump are actually lower than they were under Obama and are lower than they were under Biden's last year. They're higher than they were Biden's first couple of years, but overall, his deportation numbers are relatively low. That's not because Trump is anti-deportation. It's because the Trump administration is largely incompetent. Christy Noem is definitely Department of Homeland Security is the overarching department. As some people call her, tactical Barbie or immigration Barbie. She definitely is doing the photo ops, and she's got the hair cascading gently over the shoulders. It's curled. She's got the makeup, got all the tactical gear. She looks phenomenal. She appears to have very little capacity to actually run these organizations at any kind of efficient level. At one point in the beginning of the Trump administration, they began using military heavy lift aircraft, which are not designed to move people. They had to pull out the interior, install seats, and then fly them over. These machines are wildly inefficient because they're not supposed to move people. They're supposed to move tanks, much more high density heavy equipment, even modern American tanks, think steel and titanium, uranium, stuff that per unit of volume is a lot denser and heavier than a human. They gave this up after a few weeks because the cost was just astronomical and the cost benefit analysis was a total failure. So I will again remind everyone the Trump administration, a lot of optics, a lot of social media content, not a lot of planning or thought. Um, but it appears that the objection is not to deportations because there were more of those under the last year of Biden and more of those under all of the years of Obama than there are now. It appears that the objection is to Trump doing deportations. And think of that whatever you will. Um, I don't want to get too much more into opinion. I'm definitely a law and order guy. I do not like rioting. I don't see how ripping up a sushi shop or robbing an Apple store is going to do anything to help anyone who may be wrongfully arrested or wrongfully deported. I'm a big believer also in due process of law, which the Trump administration has made very clear they intend to ignore whenever they can. So I can see some wrong on both sides. I will say this, though, burning cop cars and defacing property is not going to help anything. At the same time, the Trump administration, if they want to ignore due process, that is something I absolutely adamantly oppose. The only way that I know that due process will be there for me if I am ever wrongfully accused is if everybody who's entitled to it gets it. So that's my thought on that. So either way, I'll stop talking because I don't, I try to stick to more facts and less opinion. So hopefully I presented some facts. Hopefully that provides some context. I will say one final point, which is good luck to the city of Los Angeles under the leadership of Karen Bass. You're gonna need it. All right, everyone, bye bye.